Welcome into the third space today, everyone, whether you're joining us here in person, whether you're joining us online here in the virtual space, or whether you're joining us later on. It's very great to have you here. Welcome. And as we transition into our practice today, some of us have walked to this physical space, or some of us will have walked to the computer that we're sitting at, but there is this sort of transition period of time where it's quite helpful to acknowledge that there's a transition between what we were doing before, i.e., work, and now we're meditating. And so we do actually need time for our brains to adjust into this present space, the physical space, the head space, the soul space, the spirit space, the makom, the here and the now. So we're just going to begin a little bit by adjusting our bodies into our space. And I'm going to start by shaking our hands and moving our body so that we're getting comfortable. So giving our hands a bit of a shake, stretching our fingers, moving a little bit, just getting that little bit of energy out of our bodies as we settle into where we are. You might like to roll your ankles, roll your wrists. Let's begin to settle now, transitioning into our practice. We're going to do that by lifting our shoulders up to underneath our ears and giving a bit of a stretch. So breathing in, shoulders up to the bottom of the ears, holding the breath and releasing, rolling the shoulders back, 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 pulling the shoulder blades together, drawing the shoulders down towards the earth, pulling them down towards the earth and releasing. And again, taking a deep breath in, shoulders up, bottom of the ears, holding them right up. Then exhaling slowly, pulling the shoulders back, rolling them down, feeling the crinkles, the creaks, the stretches, pulling them down towards the earth and releasing. One more time, and this time you might like to roll your neck as well. So lifting the shoulders up to the bottom of the ears and rolling back, maybe rolling your neck as you go. Settling in. Pausing for a moment, allowing the breath to begin to settle. Taking a deep breath in, we're going to exhale slowly and gently, moving the chin towards the right shoulder, looking over the right shoulder, whether the eyes are open or closed, gazing over the shoulder, remembering to breathe, feeling any stretch in the back of the eyes or maybe resistance in the neck. Taking a deep breath in, slowly and gently exhaling, moving through center all the way across to the left shoulder, gazing over the shoulder. Taking a deep breath, and as we do so, noticing any resistance. Is there any resistance in our bodies? Gazing with the eyes over the shoulder. Maybe sort of rolling the eyes a little bit. You might find a bit of a stretch in the eyes. Taking a deep breath in, slowly and gently moving back to center as we pause in center, closing our eyes if they're not already closed. Beginning to notice any sensations that we might be feeling through the back of the arms, any sensations that we might be feeling through the underside of our wrists. Noticing any sensations through our fingertips. Maybe noticing sensations beginning to move a fraction or present themselves in our belly. In this practice, we are grounding in the present moment, anchoring into this present moment. We're doing that to start within our bodies by noticing our body, noticing the sensations and the resistance in our body. Scanning our bodies from the tips of our toes, we're going to flow with the scan of our bodies, using our internal gaze to simply notice. Just noticing. No criticism or self-judgment, but just noticing, starting with our toes, noticing our feet, flowing up in our mind's eye to our ankles, our calves, pausing at our knees. As we scan our body, we might like to release areas that we notice any tension in. As we scan up our quads, our thighs, these wonderful legs and muscles carry us through the day. Noticing our hips. Pausing here to take a deep breath in. Really sinking into our sit bones. Our body holding us in this present moment. We scan with our internal gaze up the top of our hips and our pelvis, through to our belly, to the very core of our bodies, the place that holds all these vital organs. Noticing what's happening. Is there discomfort? Noticing our bellies and all of the bits that work behind the skin of our belly. Gently drawing our attention now up to our heart, the place of the lifeblood. And then our diaphragm, the lower lobes of our lungs. As we take a deep breath in, we just notice the way in which the lower lobes of our lungs move out. If we notice the breath in the top of our lungs, we gently redirect and draw the breath down into the lower lobes, down, down. Moving our gaze up to our rib cage and our chest. Pausing here, we're going to breathe in our own rhythm of breath. Noticing our body, noticing the way our body's breathing in this moment. Noticing. Do we sense tightness across our chest? We just notice it. Our body is trying to keep us safe throughout our day and our week. But as we take some deep breaths in, we show gratitude to our body for bringing us through and surviving. In this present moment, we are safe. Our lungs and our body can rest. So as we pause at our chest area, we breathe in, and as we exhale deliberately, slowly, gently, we deliberately choose to release the tension, the anxiety, and the worry, the things that are not serving us in this moment. Breathing in and breathing out. Our body might be asking for a sigh as we breathe out. Breathing in. Releasing. Releasing the past that is not serving us. Breathing in. Breathing in and letting go of the anxiety of the future. We are here in this present moment. Our bodies remind us of that. We now draw our attention to our shoulders, noticing. Again, a place where we carry the concerns of our mind and our day. Right now, we're going to release the shoulders. Breathing in and breathing out. Ooh. Pausing here for a moment, just pausing, noticing the body, having gratitude for the way it has kept us going and safe. This moment we can rest. Moving up now in our body scan, up our neck. Seeing if we can isolate in our mind's eye the muscles either side of our vertebra in our neck. Moving all the way up in our mind's eye to the back of our heads. And just really flowing with the breath. There might be some subtle movement or stillness that we can do. Just release that area. The area of our pituitary gland that produces the cortisol. Just sending a little message to our bodies and to our brain that this is a safe space and time to rest, to release, to let go, to stay present. Noticing the top of our head and our forehead and the whole of our face. As we breathe, especially when we exhale, we allow all of the muscles and micro muscles in our forehead, around our eyes, over the bridge of our nose and around our mouth to release and let go. If our chin or our mouth isn't already relaxed and open. Perhaps we might like to let that happen, just letting the chin go. Letting a sense of rest flow into the muscles in our face and jaw. Beginning to notice now the thoughts that are crossing the screen of our mind. Perhaps we can hear our thoughts. However, your thinking is perceived within your own mind, allowing that perception to just become a little hazy, resting. The internal voice is a little persistent, just allowing that voice to fade into quietness. Perhaps the mind is busy visualizing. Allowing that visualization to just disappear into the mist, not looking with the internal gaze, but just allowing the internal gaze or the internal voice to drift into stillness and drift into quietness. Silence is not empty. We're not emptying our mind of anything. We're just allowing the quietness, the stillness, the rest. Beginning to allow sensations of peacefulness to flood us from our heart space out. In this moment, all is well. In this present moment, our inner being is peaceful, and we allow that peacefulness to drift into every aspect of our being, drifting out, holding a posture of gratitude in our hearts for every aspect of our being, our bodies, our mind, being thankful for our will, our determination in life. Thank you for our heart. It allows us to feel. and gratitude for our spirit, the life force within us. The breath of life. Allowing and welcoming the air into our lungs. Releasing that which does not serve us today. Feeling that beautiful, nourishing breath. Perhaps imagining that breath flowing into our lungs, into our heart, and moved all around this amazing body. It reminds us of the present moment. Slowly and gently drawing our internal gaze now to the tips of our fingers. These amazing hands. Every finger unique. Feeling the sensations. Noticing what your fingertips are feeling. Keeping you here in this present moment. Beginning to allow our conscious awareness to bubble up, moving up from that quiet, calm place within. Very, very gently beginning to re-engage with the space that we find ourselves in this present moment. Noticing where we are, where our body is in relation to the things or the people around us. Beginning to allow the body to wake up and move a little. Going to do some deep double breaths. Breathing in, reaching the top of the breath, and a bit more. Holding and releasing. Feeling the blood starting to move as we breathe in. And 20% more. And out. One more time. Breathing in. Bit more. And out. Finishing off with our neck turns. So breathing in. Slowly and gently exhaling, turning our chin towards our left shoulder, looking over our shoulder. Noticing if the movement is a little more fluid. Noticing if there's any less resistance. Recognizing the rest in the body. So we take a deep breath in, Slowly and gently exhaling, moving through center to our right shoulder, gazing over, feeling any stretch in the back of the eyes as we take a deep breath in, moving back to center as we exhale. Slowly and gently blinking open the eyes, coming back into the space and the company of others. Be at peace, my friends. Shalom.